Hey there, my friend. It's time for our weekly wisdom card draw. I'm super excited to let you know that our card deck, which has been in PowerPoint for a couple of years, is at the printer and available for pre-order. So, Running Your World, the companion card deck to my book, Running the World, Marathon Memoirs from the Seven Continents, is becoming a real deck that you can get for yourself. But I will still be continuing to do a card draw here every week for you. And the idea is, again, if you're seeing one of these videos for the very first time, or if you've been here since the very beginning, I thank you for being here, first of all, and just want you to know that this time is for you. This is your time to pause, to connect with yourself, to ground yourself in the moment, to reclaim the power you have to create your life in each moment, and to commit or recommit to shining your light in the world. One of the things that I really have been committed to working on and achieving with this deck is the idea that you don't actually need to run a marathon on all seven continents to have an epic life, to live an epic life. You really just need to be yourself. And who you are is the purpose of your being. You are here to shine your light in the world. You're here to bring the gift of you to the world. And it is not about what you do, it's about being you. So these cards that I have been writing over, well, I wrote over the course of 13 months and have been doing these videos now for over a year, are really all about helping you find some time to pause, to connect with that real kernel of who you really are, and bring that out into the world, because the world is just going so fast all the time. It can really derail us from being who we really are. And we live the life that's expected. We check the boxes that we think we're supposed to check. And somewhere along the way, maybe sometimes lose touch with the real soul inside. So my goal is always to help you reconnect with your own soul and empower yourself, reclaim again that power you have to create your experience of life and to create the life that you were born to live. So with that, I invite you to pause, whether it's taking a look around you and noticing your surroundings as if you're noticing them for the first time, whether it's closing your eyes, taking a breath, maybe taking the first conscious deep breath of the day, which is okay, no judgment. Just letting yourself arrive in this moment, whatever that looks or feels like to you. Letting yourself pause, be here now, letting go of anything that came before, letting go of anything that came after. Just being and breathing. And as you do that, I'm going to bring the cards to my heart and ask to be guided to the message that will most inspire you today to live that epic life that you were born to live, and to connect or reconnect with the essence of you, the real you, the authentic you that maybe you sometimes lose touch with. What message will most call you in to shine the light that you came here to shine? And setting that intention out there, I'm going to shuffle the cards, which I always like to do with my eyes closed. Just no peeking, no cheating. Just seeing what card wants to be shared with us today. And we have Stillness. I think we got this one sort of recently. All right, Stillness. This is Marathon Greece, the marathon battleground, which was basically the battle that gave us the modern day marathon. All right, so our message of stillness. Nature moves in cycles of action and stillness. On the site of an ancient battle, no signs of conflict remain. Warriors who fought and died now nourish the green grass in their final resting place. What's the ancient battle taking place inside of you? Have you been going non-stop lately? Are you overriding the call for stillness? When you first learn to pause, it might seem noisier than ever. When your body and life is constantly in motion, you don't notice how busy your thoughts are. In the stillness, you become aware of the noise. Daunted, You might push away awareness and return to action. But without alignment, action spins you in circles. Building your courage, you return to stillness. What's ready to rest at last so it can nourish new growth? What aligned action will emerge from your stillness? Let that sink in for a moment. I love this. I seem to always find that whatever I wax poetic about before I actually draw the card ends up being somehow related to what the card ends up saying, which, as we talked about earlier today already, going nonstop and tending to override that call for stillness and that little voice of our soul and who we really are that's saying, wait, let me out, let me do my thing, and stop just checking all these boxes because you feel like you have to. So what comes out of your stillness? This idea of the ancient battle, you don't see any signs of the conflict anymore. It happened before, and then life comes in, right? The green grass grows on top of the burial mound, and there's healing that happens, right? So what is that push pull, the action and the stillness, the cycles going on for you? Is there something that does need to be laid to rest so that it can nourish new growth, so that new life can spring from maybe old chaos? When I say that and you pause, what comes up for you? Do you maybe see an image, hear something, hear some words, see some words? Maybe there is something that is asking to be released. Something maybe you've been carrying, a weight or an experience or a story or a thought pattern that has become so habitual and yet is holding you back or dragging you down, that you don't need to carry anymore. And if you could let go of whatever that is, what would be different for you? What would be possible for you? You get to choose. You don't have to automatically find something to replace that with, right? You can if you want to. What is something that you're really excited about that you actually want to either give more time to, give more attention to? What is it that brings more of you into the world? Or is it just literally more stillness, more space? When you let go of something, you don't have to automatically replace it or refill the hole, as it were. You can actually let the whole grow as a space and let yourself just be more spacious. How does that feel? So, things to contemplate. Can you allow yourself a moment of stillness? A few moments of stillness, always starting with one. I'm a big fan of starting small, taking baby steps, taking one small step at a time. And all the little steps at a time, once they add up to a giant leap in your consciousness, in your experience of life. And it all starts with one moment of stillness, one breath, one choice to allow yourself to be right here, right now. I'll show you the photo one more time. Again, this is Marathon Greece. And soon our card decks will not be little PowerPoint slides, but will be actual cards. Yay! Super excited for that. So if you would like a deck for yourself, you can go ahead and pre-order, and I'll put a link here within the story in the caption. And you can also just, keep coming to these videos every week. And it is my honor to be on this journey with you. I thank you for spending this time here and giving this time to yourself today, for your own soul, for your own spaciousness, and for the light that you are here to shine. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week.